Wake yet? Coffee. We are having another live Coffee with Grim video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and yeah, the camera's just going to be there. Too much stuff in here. All right, yeah, Coffee with Grim. I do have an important announcement to make. It is a medical advice I have to give. I guess I'm not a medical professional, but this is advice I think you should have. I will give it just a minute, and I will get into that if anybody's actually listening. Otherwise, this will just be a replay for later for anybody who cares enough. Yeah, all right. I am going to read some news articles today, but first, I'm just going to mention I am approaching the age of 40. Really, yeah, I'm going to be 40 years old this year, and many health professionals and people around YouTube who think they are will recommend men in their 40s, I believe it's starting at the age of 40, start getting yearly prostate exams. So, if you are around the age of 40 or approaching 40 or over 40 and have already had this procedure, you could probably attest to this and confirm the information I'm about to give you about the prostate exam. So, as someone who is going to be 40 soon, I'm not really on the fence on whether I'm going to have the exam or not. I'm pretty sure it's never going to happen in my lifetime. I mean, I've never been that drunk, so it's just not going to happen. But anyway, prostate exams. The important information I have to give to every male who is thinking of having a prostate exam. There's really nothing you have to worry about during your prostate exam until, how to say this, but really, you don't have to really worry about a prostate exam until you feel two hands on your shoulders, okay? At that point, you might want to worry. But, hey, that's my advice for today. Go away, fly. Fly, go away. Yes, I have the hat back, I have coffee, and I have a fly. The rest of this live stream is going to be me talking to the fly and swatting at it. That's the whole live stream. Hi, the one person talking. The whole live. I'm not crazy. It's a fly. It really is. Okay, I'm a little crazy. It's still a fly. All right, news stories. There are some very interesting things happening around the country right now. I know this thing has a password, and I know what it is. Okay, there it goes. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's hard to see this thing with the sun shining on it. The sun is right here in my face. I'm sitting in a vehicle with a door open in somebody's driveway that I'm not going to even bother going there. Okay, that's going to be it. All right, so I am reading some stimulus news. Stimulus news. Oddly enough, I thought this was done, but apparently I'm wrong. I'm reading this as of today. This was posted yesterday on the 6th. You can find this at newsweek.com. I found it on Google News. It's just, how it happened. And I'm waiting for this thing to catch up to itself because it's pretty far from Wi-Fi at this particular moment. All right, so I'm trying to get the sun out of it so I can read this. This is interesting. A petition for monthly stimulus checks has recently passed another milestone when it broke the 2.5 million signature threshold, putting it closer to becoming one of the most signed petitions ever on that particular website, I guess. The petition calls for $2,000 monthly payments for adults and $1,000 monthly payments for children throughout the end of the health crisis. It's gained a steady stream of supporters over the past year, but recently seen an uptick in signatures. It's just a little over a week. The petition gained, about a week, it gained another 100,000 signatures, going from 2.4 million to 2.5. It took about a week for it to go from 2.3 to 2.4, oddly enough. The current rate continues. The petition could reach its goal of 3 million signatures in about 7 weeks. So I don't know if the petition with 3 million signatures is actually going to matter at all, if they're really going to, listen to it or do anything. In my experience and from what I know about petitions is they don't care. They just ignore them. They really do. Coffee. And seriously, this is universal basic income. These people are just asking for it. Now, you have a bunch of people that are like, hey, we've been not working for, going on 2 years now. We haven't had to do nothing, a little over a year. We haven't had to do nothing. We've been getting our unemployment. We've been getting our stimulus. The government just keeps giving us free money. We're used to it. We're comfortable with it. We like it because, we get to stay at home, do whatever we want. We don't have to go nowhere. We like it. It's, the epitome of laziness. We like it. We like being lazy. I mean, generally speaking, a lot of people, if given the opportunity to be completely lazy, they'll take it. Well, I'd give you some coffee, but, they haven't invented the technology yet. It's in there, though. This is actually Death Wish coffee in this cup this morning. I have found Death Wish coffee, and I've heard a lot of bad things about them, but I had to try it because I just had to, because I've also heard a lot of good things about it. And yeah, I gotta say, I like Double Dead coffee better. Yeah, I do. Double Dead has a better flavor. It could be the way it's made, because the Death Wish coffee are those little pods that put in a Keurig type machine and it just spits out coffee into the cup. That's probably why it don't taste as good. Because the other coffee I have is just whole bean, and I brew it myself in a French press, or I make somebody else do it for me, which is more convenient. But going back into this news article before I go off on another tangent here, is they want $2,000 a month free money for every adult in the household. If you have 3 kids, they want $1,000 a month per kid too. So, you got $4,000. If you have 2 adults, 3 kids, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, $7,000 a month. Most of these people haven't ever made $7,000 a month in their lifetime, ever, in any job they've ever had. These are people that are signing this petition. They can barely keep their internet on. Well, I can barely keep my internet on at this point. The crap's getting too expensive. But yeah, that's what they want. They just want the universal basic income. So this is my prediction for the future, is it's going to happen. Universal basic income is going to happen. There's a lot of people that predict cryptocurrency being the primary currency, and I do believe that is going to happen as well. You cannot have a one world government and a one world currency and a universal basic income without cryptocurrency. It can't happen with paper money. It's not possible. If you look at the logistical standpoint of paper money, not to mention the resources it takes to print, make, secure, the possibility of counterfeiting, all these things make it completely impossible for our current money system to be feasible in a universal basic income situation. You have to do it with crypto or digital currency. There is no way around it. And that is their goal. Their goal is universal basic income. Just look at this petition. We want $2,000 a month for doing absolutely nothing until the health crisis is over. And I'll get into the health crisis in a minute, but yeah. Yeah, the government doesn't have the money to do it. The government is I don't even know. Let me look it up, how many trillions of dollars the government is in debt currently. And that's, the Great Reset is going to happen to fix that for all the governments. Not for you and me, just for the governments, big businesses, corporations. They're going to reset all of their debt so they don't owe anybody anything. Unfortunately, there's several large countries that we owe a lot of money to, China being one. And they're not going to like just not being paid. That's my theory. All right, let's see. How many trillions of dollars are we in debt? Current U.S. debt.
$23.30 trillions.
$23.3 trillion. Google, you said that wrong. $23.03 trillions. That's what it said. Google, you're so smart. Jennifer A., good morning. Laurel, good morning. How is everyone this morning? Yeah, where is the money coming from? See, the money used to be backed by gold. Then they changed it to the oil standard. So now all of your current currency is on the oil standard. So, every dollar that you have, somewhere, supposedly, it's worth that much in oil. Because oil is the new commodity that we trade. It's just more abundant and more used than gold. So that's probably the mean. I mean, we can go into a long lesson on economy and all this economic crap that I don't care about. It's just, it's not my thing. Numbers and math is just not my thing. What is my thing is keeping myself alive. Survival. And we are going to see, we're already seeing problems when it comes to this. We are seeing, we'll just get into the health crisis. let's just go right into it. We'll call it the health crisis because that's probably not going to get me banned. So we'll stick with that term. It's a good one, health crisis. I'm trying to keep my sarcasm at a minimum. I'm trying to. It's not easy to do. It really isn't. I mean, it's just not. Yeah. Sarcasm at a minimum. Okay. Health crisis. They're already segregating people. Vaccinated versus non-vaccinated people. Segregating. Outright segregation. That's what it is. If you don't have the shot, then you can't do certain things. You can't go in certain places. There's several businesses around the particular area that I live in that you can go in there, and if you are not vaccinated, you are still required to wear a mask. It's getting worse. There are several jobs that are requiring people, you know, you don't have to wear the mask if you're not if you're vaccinated, but if you're not, you have to wear a mask. There's employers asking for, you know, job applications. You're filling out a job application. I do a lot of them online, and there is a question there. Are you vaccinated? Check yes, check no. If you check yes, there's another drop down that pops up, and you have to then fill out a lot more information. Where you got it, when you got it, which one you got, which, you know, company produced it, you know, all of this. They want to know everything about it. It's going to get worse. And yeah, this is going to turn into a survival situation for a lot of people. Yeah, I agree that this whole thing about the petition, that's, you know, headline news today. Headline news, petition for, you know, another stimulus, monthly stimulus checks. They've been talking about it since, I don't know, the first stimulus check, but now they're, you know, signing petitions. People are saying, yes, we want it. Meanwhile, we have states like Indiana, per se, and several other states that are cutting off federal unemployment money and refusing to abide by court orders to continue paying it to their citizens. They're refusing to do it. Unemployment money, refusing to pay it. State of Indiana is in litigation currently over their refusal to abide by a court order from a judge that said they had to continue the federal unemployment benefits that they were giving to their citizens. But the state said, nah, we just don't feel like it. Our contract expired. They actually showed a contract that the state had with the federal government to pay these unemployment benefits, and they showed the expiration on there. They posted it online. It was kind of odd to see that the state had a contract with the government to pay people money. Let's see here. Wow. I wish I could like highlight that comment, Jennifer. But yeah, she said, Jennifer says, I'm an RN and our employer says if we don't get the jab by October, we will be let go. You are going to be fired for not getting a needle stuck in your arm. Yeah, as an RN, I'm sure you do wear full protective gear. I'm sure you've been doing it since well before the pandemic occurred. I mean, it didn't stop the spread. Just saying. All right, so let's get into the variants. CDC currently says the Delta variant is most likely, so they're not completely sure, but most likely the primary variant spreading around the U.S. right now. Most states have lifted all restrictions when it comes to businesses and being out in public. All pandemic restrictions, I guess we could call them. My current state has done the same. They've lifted all those restrictions, but they're imposing new restrictions and new guidelines and stipulations on a lot of businesses, on a lot of people just attending venues. I know one venue, it was a news article. I read it. It was about 2 weeks ago, actually. I read this news article. It was said that they were opening one of the state fairgrounds for some kind of event. I don't remember the event, but it specified on there, all vaccinated people welcome to attend. It didn't say you couldn't attend if you were non-vaccinated, but then my question came, well, how are they checking this when you go into fairgrounds of all things? I mean, this is an outdoor facility. How are they checking to see if it? Are you having to carry paperwork now? Do you have a little card with you? Hey, guess what? I got a shot. Is that what we've come to? Have we reached that point already? Because we seen it in that movie, was a Songbird. Everybody had, you know, what is it, a device, a wrist bracelet or whatever it was. They had to do checks every day. This is what it's coming to. There is a new variant. I got an alert for this one. A new variant sweeping South America and other countries south of the border. The new variant, I'm trying to figure out the name of it. It was a weird name that I couldn't pronounce. New variant. No, I'm not talking about the Loki movie. I'm talking about, really? Anybody watch the Loki show? He's a variant. And when you type in a variant, when you're trying to talk about, a virus, you get information on TV shows. This is just, okay, here it is. I think I found it. Yeah, Delta is now the dominant variant in the U.S. There is another strain spreading. What you should know. There it is. Lambda? Lambda. Lambda variant, I guess. There we go. I spoke a word. I think it's right. This particular variant has now spread to more than 24 countries with heavy concentration in South America. Originally identified in Peru last year. I mean, what is that sound? Oh, text messages. Mute, mute, mute phone. Shut up, phone. Go away, phone. Thank you, phone. All right. Where was I? All right. Yeah. It's now 24 countries, South America. Originally identified in Peru last year, the Lambda variant is responsible for 82% of the new COVID cases in Peru over the past 2 months. About a third of the cases in Chile over the same time frame were also caused by the Lambda strain. And the UK is among the countries, thanks for the ad, I'm trying to read something here. The UK is among the countries that have seen a smattering, S-M-A-T-T, okay, smattering of cases. In mid-June, it was first deemed a variant of interest by WHO, the World Health Organization, as designation given to the variant which may be more transmittable than the original strain. They're saying that it's possible that it's more infectious and more contagious than other previous strains. And obviously we're seeing this in South America. But rest assured, the vaccine is helping with it. So you don't have to worry. The magic shot wins again. I mean, this is the cure-all shot. I'm telling you, it's cure-all. All right. Let's see. The new variant wasn't isolated and put through processes either. I don't believe any of this. I agree. I don't believe any of it. Tropical variant, weird name. Yep. Yeah, I'm not getting the shot either. It's just no. Huh. So they're putting out apps now that are tracking if you have the shot or not, basically, is the gist of that comment. I think I got that right. Yeah, I've seen several apps that I've seen prototypes and beta versions. Beta version is a testing version of a finished product of apps that they are putting out to help track people that are vaccinated and people who are not vaccinated. You will actually, and I've seen this, they already have this installed on all of your phones. If you have an iOS or Android device, you have this program installed. It's there and you can't remove it. You can disable it on Android devices, but this is a tracker, really. It tracks potential people near you that may be contagious or may have the virus. There's a fly over there. It's just driving me nuts. He's just out of reach too. And I'm thinking about swatting him with the hat, but I don't want to break this hat or get fly guts on it. I need some. This is why I wear other ball caps. You can hit flies. It's driving me absolutely insane. I need something to throw. I have a flashlight. Anyway, where was I? This is going to be an hour live stream of me yelling at flies, I'm telling you. I don't know why there are so many flies lately. It's driving me nuts. I hate flies. They're nasty. They get in my way. They're constantly bugging you, as the saying goes. But yeah. Yeah, a couple of years down the road, no one will hire anybody who hasn't got the jab. I agree with that, but I don't think it's a couple of years down the road. Personally, I think it's going to be a lot sooner than we think. Jennifer said, I had the virus Do I have antibodies anyway? So why would I need... Yeah, you do have antibodies if you had it. So why do you need it? They are saying that you can catch it twice now, because a lot of people started saying that exact same thing. But if I've already had it, I should have antibodies against it. My immune system should be able to handle it if it comes back around. But now they're saying mutated strains, that's the biggest thing they threw out there. Your mutated strain isn't the same, so your antibodies aren't going to help against the mutation. But then the question in my mind comes, well, then how is your shot going to help it if it's mutated enough that my natural immune system can't fight it, but your shot can? Why? How? Yeah, it's going to come down to similar things to that movie. I really believe so. We're going to see, and like I was saying, that's where I got distracted. I was talking about the tracking devices that they have on your devices already. You already have these tracking devices that can alert you if you're near some area that has a high, a lot of reports of people being infected. They are already testing apps that do the same thing, but you have to put your information in this app in your phone, and you have to let it know, hey, you have had the shot. You have to tell it where you got the shot. You have to confirm that you've had the shot, and then this thing sends out a signal from your device everywhere you go, and it's going to alert you. Your new app is going to alert you, somebody really close to your proximity has not been vaccinated. Your app's going to go off. It's going to sound an alarm like a freaking airstrike. It's going to. This is the beta test I've seen, and the products or apps that they are developing do this already. They are basically tracking devices. Now, if you're near somebody who has had the shot, everything's good, you're green. But as soon as you get near somebody who hasn't, your alerts are going off. This person is a danger to you. They're going to be, eventually, I can predict, and I'm not going to say predict, I can see that this happening in the future, that it gets so bad that if an alert goes off on somebody's phone that somebody near them is not vaccinated, that suddenly a team of people in white coats and full, hazmat gear tackle them. They're all armed and drag them away to a blacked out van that says free candy on it, and they drive them somewhere that says FEMA on it or something like that. Lock them in a Walmart, whatever. This is going to get worse. Everybody's blinded to it. Nobody can see the reality of the situation around them. Sure, they're lifting the restrictions. There's not as many people infected. You know why? Because they got their shot. But if you don't get your shot, you're a danger to all those people that got their shots. That making anything fire up there, you get it? You're a danger to the people that are vaccinated because you're not. How? They're vaccinated. They can't get it, right? So if I have it, they're vaccinated. I'm not. They can't get it from me, right? That's how vaccinations work. Right? Anybody? Am I wrong here? I'm trying to understand. How am I a danger to anybody? It goes right back to the masks. They were saying that the story changed so many times, it was hard to keep up with the masks. It was really hard to keep up with it. First they said, you don't need one. That was, the CDC actually said, no, it's not going to help. You don't need one. But then they changed it. Well, yeah, you need it because it's going to help. Well, then a lot of people, like me, they didn't want to wear it. And what happened? What changed then? Do you remember? Well, we don't want to wear it. Because if they're wearing it, why should I have to wear it? If they're protecting themselves from me, why do I need to wear it? I don't need to wear it because I don't feel that I need protection from anything. Okay, so then the narrative changed. Well, you're not wearing it to protect that person. You're wearing it to stop the spray of, anything that comes out of you from reaching other people. So wearing the mask is not there to stop the virus from getting to you. It's to stop you from spreading it to other people. Narrative changed. Then let's look at this, the current health crisis. It's still ongoing. It really is, because they just won't let up. New strains, new strains, new strains. But the magic shot works for all these mutations. All of them. No matter what comes out, we got you covered. Come get a needle. You're good. You're good. Come get the needle. Don't got to worry about a thing. But then the narrative changes. Well, if the needle's working so well and they have the shot, then they don't have to worry about me not having it. Oh no, no. But if you don't get it, then you're potentially carrying it, and you could potentially see a mutation because you didn't get the shot. Narrative will change every time to suit the needs of the agenda of whoever is in control of this. Exactly. Sheeple. They are. Julie, I agree completely. I would definitely, if you already have some kind of genetic problem, do not get it. You can see the ingredients, and you can go back to when it first started being spread. I cannot talk about it on here. They'll shut me down quick. But the thing is made to affect your genes. It's changing the way your body makeup, you know, it's more scientific than I'm going to go into and that I remember at this point. I remembered it months ago, but that was information that got filed to, you know, someplace I don't care. Simply Southern Roots, hello. Southern Ghost Hunters, hello. It is hot out here. I'm not sure how long I'm going to run this live stream. It was about, I don't know, 70 something when I walked out here, but I'm sitting in the sun in the vehicle because it's really the only place I have to record and stream until tomorrow. I'm trying to find something here on this stupid thing. I know it's on here. I don't use it often enough. There we go. Updating, 9:22 a.m. 75 degrees. It's 9:22. Is it still 9:22? There we go. 9:56 a.m. just updated. 77 degrees. Heat waves. Heat waves are hitting the western parts of the United States and southwestern parts of Canada. They are breaking records with heat. Grand solar minimum at, wait, no, sorry. Got the wrong, it's, global warming. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, this is getting more and more ridiculous. This is getting more and more ridiculous. Let's just get to the truth of the matter from my point of view. From my point of view, the truth of everything that's going on, the health crisis, the increased crime rate, the economy, the failing governments, everything. Let's just throw it all into one category. You can read about it in a book that was published thousands of years ago. It's called the Bible. You scroll to the back of the Bible. Scroll if you're on a device, or flip if you're old school and use books. Go to the back of it. You'll find a section in there. It's a section. It's called Revelation. When you read that section, you start seeing a lot of similarities to what's happening here now and what's happening in that book. But I'm a skeptic on that also, because in that book it says no one will know the time. Nobody will know. Nobody ever will know. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. So my skepticism is, when you think back through history, how many different civilizations have crumbled, fell, how many different natural disasters or world-changing events have happened throughout history, and how many different times did somebody sit there, you know, in current day and age on YouTube, but previously, you know, to their neighbors, to, I don't know, their city, town, whatever. How many different times did they say, this is the end times, we are seeing it now? They said it during Rome, the fall of Rome. They've said it throughout every civilization collapse throughout history. They think that this is the end times. So that's where my skepticism comes from. Now, I know it's going to happen. I am in no doubt. I believe the book. I do. I really believe that book. I know it's going to happen, for me personally. But I don't know when, and I can't say for sure right now. And I really, right now, I don't even think we're there. I don't even think we're there. I think maybe we might just be at the tip of the start of it. But I don't think we're there personally. And my reasoning behind this is because if I had enough money and gas, I could put a key in this machine I'm sitting in, turn it, it starts making sounds and vibrating, and I flip this little thing here and it starts moving, and then I can steer this thing and I can move this thing down the road and pull up to this little box. This box, that's all it is, the box. And from the box, a voice will come and say, hi, how can I help you? And you can tell this box, I want food. And then you drive up to this window that's, just around the corner from this box, and you wait there, and then they hand you food. So as long as you can still do that, we're not there yet. My opinions. All right, going back, the comments are hard to read because I'm on this phone and you got to hit buttons to pull them up, so I got to scroll back through. So yeah, if I'm missing comments, I do apologize. When the virus mutates, it gets weaker. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on viral infections whatsoever. I was under the impression that mutations don't necessarily change it, how strong or weak it is. It just changes how it affects people, or how it reacts. So certain strains could be more contagious than other strains, and that's what they're saying for this one that's currently hitting South America, that it's more contagious. Supposedly media will push severe flu season, and the vax has destroyed immune systems. Yeah, I can see that happening. Now, there's no proof of this, so don't quote me on it, and don't ban me, YouTube. I'm just going to tell a story I heard. There was a person at someone's job that I know. This person was the only one in that particular department that went and got the shot. Nobody in that department had ever had the virus, ever. Never. Throughout the entire thing. And this is one of the places that was essential. It did not shut down throughout 2020 at all. They did not shut down. They were working at full capacity. As a matter of fact, they were doing more work than ever before because of the certain product they make. This department, one person went and got the shot. Nobody had ever had the virus until the person got the shot. Suddenly, 3 people got it in that department. They had to be quarantined for, I think it was 2 weeks. A couple days later, 2 more people came down with it. Nobody had gotten it for a year and a half of this health crisis until that one person in that department got the shot. So, I'll just let the conspiracies fly from that. I have several of them. I could give you a few. I'm not going to bother. They'll probably shut me down. But you can probably see where I'm getting at with this. Hopefully. Yeah, the magical food place. It's not food. It's not. But, they pawn it off as food. Post-human era, God gene destroyed. I've heard theories on that. It's interesting. I will say that about it. It's interesting. And I don't discount any possibilities. I will go into my beliefs on the subject if you'd like, but yeah, I won't discount any other possibilities that anyone else has. I guess not possibilities per se, but anyone else's belief. I never discount a belief. I always try to do as much research into it if I'm that interested in it, to learn more. But my particular beliefs don't always agree. So let's agree to disagree. If more people could do that, the world would be a better place. It's a clown world. $4 for a cheeseburger at BK, but a bacon cheeseburger is $1 every day. You know why that is because bacon isn't food. If you from a biblical standpoint, bacon isn't food. From a scientific standpoint, bacon is one of the most detrimental things you could ever eat. Pork in general is one of the most detrimental things you could ever put into your body. It does so many bad things to you. Pork, sodas, coffee ain't that good for you. It's hot out here. I'm drinking hot coffee. I'm starting to sweat. This hat makes me hot. That's why I haven't worn it in a while. But I thought it was cool enough out here this morning to wear this hat. I'm like, I won't sweat on it too much. Now I'm going to have to go in there and find a wipe and wipe the sweat off of it. Cutting my hair today, too. It's been like 2 months. Yeah, any other random information about me anybody would like? Let's see. I haven't had breakfast yet this morning. Oh, yep, random stuff over. New questions and comments. I pray that they aren't true as well. Arkansas live. Does that say Arkansas living? Arkansas living. It does say Arkansas living. How's it going, Arkansas? I haven't seen you in a while. How's your sock doing? I don't know why that was the first thing that popped in my head when I thought of Arkansas living. I remember him holding the sock with a drink in it. Okay. Yeah, first thing pops in my head when I say that name, sock. I don't know why. I could probably guess the first thing that pops into several people's mind, when they hear my name, or Grim in general. I kind of feel sorry for a couple of people. There's a business that I'm not associated with whatsoever. They make these little survival cards. I've never reviewed them. I never owned one, but they're survival cards. It's like a multi-tool that you can snap the tools out of, I guess, and something along those lines. Seems like a novelty item to me personally. I've never had one. I'm not associated with them whatsoever, but their business is called Grim Survival. That's what it's called. And they actually started the business after I started the YouTube channel. So I kind of feel sorry for them because I'm pretty sure I've hurt their business, inadvertently hurt their business as of late. So I apologize to you guys for that. Keep in mind, I'm not associated with them whatsoever. If anybody wants to do business with them, go for it. Yeah, I'm not there. It's not mine. If it was, I wouldn't be sitting in this broken vehicle. Now, this is a different vehicle than I'm usually sitting in. This one's broken too. The other one don't run at all. Well, it'll start, but you can't drive it because the tire will fall off. U-joint's bad. This one runs, but the brakes are making like screaming sounds. Screaming sounds. Has anybody ever heard the death of a rabbit? The brakes are making that sound. All right, scrolling through. I am literally sitting here sweating. I'm not doing anything but sweating. It's going to be in the 90s today. Humidity is like 1,000,000%, something ridiculous like that. So, Canadian Prepper was pushing those survival cards. Really? I don't know the guy, Canadian Prepper, but whenever I watch his channel, he pushes a lot of products. And not all of them seem that well made, in my opinion. So, let's see. I was going over variants. Variants are fun. Variants. Yeah, where was that? Now I'm completely lost my tab. There it is. Top stories today is the president of Haiti has been assassinated in an attack on his residence. We'll talk about that in just a second. All right, let's talk about that now. Elsa set for Florida landfall. This was posted 52 minutes ago in Big Bend, north of Tampa, Florida. I do know a YouTuber who is in that general vicinity, which is disabled and prepping, I believe. Say a prayer for her. I do believe she is in that area. I don't know if she still watches my channel, but anyway, I don't mind. Go find some shade. There's a tree over there, and there's a bunch of shade, but I can see the mosquitoes and the flies buzzing around it. And yeah. Yes, that's exactly what I do when I have to. Oh wait, okay. And this vehicle doesn't have a radio either. This vehicle doesn't have a radio. It doesn't have air conditioning. The air conditioner works. I just can't get the cans to recharge it. I had to pull the plug and replace the pin. Anyway, I haven't recharged it, and those things are really expensive currently, so I haven't done it. So no air conditioning in the vehicle, no radio in the vehicle because it has a short under the dash. None of the gauges work whatsoever. I have a GPS, a Garmin GPS system stuck there where the gauges should be. Where the gauges are to tell me my speed. How much gas I have in this vehicle on a day-to-day basis is just a guess. You play Russian roulette with the gas tank every time you leave. It's fun. I have 15 gallons of gas in a shed in front of me and my stash up there. I've made a video of that thing. I'm going to make a follow-up video of it soon when I actually drag it out of the shed and see how hard it is to get the 15 gallons from that container into this vehicle. So I can't drown out the brakes with the radio. What I can do, on the other hand, is Bluetooth speakers. I have 2 of them. I just put them here, and I don't hear a thing. I have earbuds also. Sometimes I just put on the earbuds if it's just me in the vehicle. Yeah. Let's see. How many cars do you have that don't work? I have one that completely don't work and one that works but shouldn't. So I guess we could go 1.5. What are your thoughts on the Cyber Polygon exercise on the 9th? I haven't really looked much into it. I skimmed over a couple of those articles when I was looking at so many cyber attacks that have happened recently. I have a mule. Want to trade? Yes, yes. I will give you a broken Dodge Durango for your mule. I will. Is it rideable mule? I mean, is it trained enough that I can sit on it, or is it just going to stand there and look at me like I'm stupid? I mean, it's a mule after all. It probably. Anyway. My car got hit by an. It kind of does sound like that, except for the wires have been going out in it since, oh, I don't know, 2014. We've had this thing for a long time. A long time. Yeah. It does need some repairs. The engine in it is really good. Really good. We've had the oil fixed. This is the one that was going through about a gallon of oil a week. We had the oil fixed. Flies, go away. The window wouldn't roll down for a while. I found one of the window control switches on eBay, really cheap, and slapped it in there. It works again. So it rolls, and that's good enough. Your son's a mechanic, but he lives on the other side of the country. Yeah, yeah. I have a cousin who's a mechanic. He has a YouTube channel. You can find it on my main page. But he's always so busy. I hope he's watching. Come fix my car. He's not going to do it, but, like I say, some of the vehicles this guy has built. I wish he had videos of them, because, man, he had what was it, a 69 Challenger? No, it was a 69. It was a Chevy. Chevelle. It was a 69 Chevelle. It was either a 69 or a 70 Chevelle. And he got it from a frame and built that thing. It was pretty. And then he sold it. And not to me. I told him I'd pay him payments, but I guess, didn't happen. All right, so I was going to talk about this. Elsa set for Florida. There's a chance of rain moving east Wednesday, which could bring storms, flooding, Elsa's trailing bands to South Florida as it moves across the western reaches of the Sunshine State. Storm surge warning remain in effect. I'm not sure of these locations. I'm sure if you are anywhere near them, you are paying close attention anyway, so yeah. Rising water moving inland from the coastline. Elsa's storm surge was estimated to range from 1 to 5 feet. That's a lot of water if you know anything about storm surge. So, yeah, this is the first, I'm going to say this is the first storm that has actually hit the United States this year. We were skimmed a couple of times. I don't recall anyone actually hitting the United States. Yeah, 69 Chevelle. That thing was pretty. But, yeah, this storm, yeah, I believe it's downgraded to a tropical storm. So the biggest threats are tornadoes and flooding. I don't think they're calling for evacuations, but they are telling everybody on the coastline you probably shouldn't be. And that's just my general consensus for everything hurricane. If you are anywhere near a coastline and there's a hurricane coming, you should not be there. That's just me. I don't live in those areas for obvious reasons. Yep, yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine. The storm is just, it's a lot of rain mostly. It's a lot of rain. Now, flooding and all that, but, anybody who lives near coastlines should already be prepared for flooding. Anybody who lives near any kind of body of water should be prepared for flooding. It should just be one of those things that you do just because of common sense. Because I would. What is that on my chin? I got a pimple on my chin. Go away. Crusty-eyed birds that were dying. Yeah, there were a lot of but it happens every year with these bird die-offs. Let me see the most recent one. "2021, how many have there been so far? Mysterious illness strikes down birds across the U.S. and South Midwest." This was posted June 24th. Last modified June 24th. Mass die-off of birds in southwestern U.S. caused by starvation in Kentucky. Oh, and Kentucky ain't feeding your birds. See, here in Indiana, we don't got to worry about birds starving to death because there's old ladies everywhere and they're constantly feeding them. What are you guys doing down in Kentucky not feeding your birds? Seriously, a mass die-off from starvation? Is that, like, real? Did that actually happen? Well, here's from the New York Times. This was posted 18 hours ago. These birds didn't have chlamydia or West Nile, but they're still dying. The New York Times. I'm going to have to read this article because this is weird. I agree. We are completely destroying the planet. The cause of all of, everything that we're seeing with climate, it's humans. Humans cause all of this. The planet, would be fine without us. Just saying. All right, where are we? After birds died in several states, many blinded with crusted over eyes, wildlife officials were able to rule out a number of pathogens. See full article if I can. There we go. Blue jays didn't come into rehab that often. Blah, blah, blah. That's stupid. 40 years of experience. That's good to know. So it's multiple different species of birds are all being affected. I'm trying to see if there's a cause. This disease has been reported in 10 states, including Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. Odd that I haven't really heard about it. I mean, I remember glancing over an article about it, but I didn't stop to read it. Huh. Where was I? I lost my place. The cause of these symptoms remain mysterious. But on Friday, the United States Geological Survey, which has coordinated an investigation of the disease among the states, concluded in a statement circulated to wildlife agencies that it could rule out a number of pathogens that had not been detected in the affected birds. Those that have been ruled out include avian influenza, bird flu, West Nile, any more? Chlamydia, really? A host of viruses, herpes, really? A bunch of parasites I can't pronounce. Okay, but they don't know. They don't know what's killing the birds. Probably the magic shot. I'm gonna say it's the magic shot killing the birds. I'm just gonna blame that because I have no other theories currently, so that just is the best thing I have. Birds with STDs, yes. Jennifer says, I walk away for a second to make coffee and come back to hear about birds with STDs. Yep. That's what I was wondering. That was the headline. It was like the birds don't have chlamydia. I'm like, wait, the birds don't? How would they have? I mean, yeah, I'm not going there, but there are several scenarios running through my brain right now that should not be repeated. Yeah, nobody ever knows anything. Science likes to tell you that they know a lot of things, but they don't. They really don't. They just tell you their best guess to make you feel better. That's the general thing. That's basically everything. Government does it, news media does it, science does it, CDC does it, World Health Organization. They all do the same thing. You can find these tactics in business books. These are business strategies, business and marketing strategies. They know how to influence people. They know how to, gain the attention of the masses, and the more they repeat something, the more people start to believe it, because it's just like an annoying song on the radio that you hate. The more it plays on the radio and the more you forget you're listening to it, eventually you like the song and you're singing along. It's the same exact concept. It's psychological warfare. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is a lie. They don't know anything. They don't know nothing. They just tell you their best guess so that you can sleep at night and go back to work the next day. That's all they want you to do. They don't want you to question anything. They don't want you to worry about anything. They want you to sit down, shut up, and do your job. That's it. If you can manage that, if that's good enough for you in life, to just sit down, shut up, and do your job, never question anything. Ignorance is bliss. I'll just put it there. Ignorance is bliss. So the other day I was talking about my through night flashlights. I had one that still worked after being in a box for 2.5 years. This is my normal through night flashlight. But I found my original, this was my original, very first EDC light that I bought it at Walmart. And I'm going to show you. It came with the belt clip. It's a Bushnell. There we go. Bushnell. Is that back? I don't know. The camera's always backwards to me. But it's a Bushnell. I don't think they even make them anymore. They make flashlights. They're really good at them. I'm trying to remember what kind of battery this thing takes. This one has an Amazon base. This is just a AA battery. A single rechargeable AA battery is what I have in it. Belt clip. The thing had 3 different modes. It had the tail switch, regular mode, then red light mode, which is, night vision mode, And this weird blacklight mode where you can see it, this is a hunting flashlight is what it was marketed as, and the blacklight was to follow blood trails. So that was my very first EDC light. I bought this thing back before I became a truck driver. So 2012, 2013 is when I got this light. Still works. 1AA. Keep it in this vehicle actually as a backup light, because you always should have a light, I guess. I don't know. So all life is evolving. Not in my opinion, but we can agree to disagree on that. Large wind farms. Yeah, there is what was it? I can't remember the company. It's a major corporation that I know the name of, but can't remember it right offhand. They were shutting down, what was it, 26 wind farms? They were shutting them down due to improper, I don't know, they didn't build them right. They're breaking and killing people. No, I don't want to go for a walk right now. I'm busy. Shut up. My watch is telling me it's time to walk. What time is it anyway? 10:20. Yeah, I've been at this for 50 minutes. I'm going to shut this down soon. I think it's the longest live stream I have done in quite a while. I have enjoyed it for sure. I do like talking on the live streams, reading the comments. Sheeple. I love conspiracy theories too. I don't put much stock into most of them, but they are very entertaining to listen to. They really are. I have conspiracy theories about me now. I mean, I've heard them. I've got conspiracy theories, literal conspiracy theories going around, people saying things about me that have never even been in the realm of possibility. And I find those to be the most interesting of them all. I really do. You were in a mind control program, stuck in a hospital for months in the Army in 2013. A mind control program. Do you care to elaborate more? Because I would just, yeah, I'd have that conversation right about now. Hi, Susie. Good to see you here. I like seeing gremlins. I don't see them very often anymore. I used to see them everywhere I went. Now I see ex-gremlins everywhere I went. And that's how I'm going to be nice about it. I'm going to be nice about it. It's still funny to me. It really is. The things people will believe. The things people will believe. From YouTubers of all people. I mean, I can see how media propaganda from mainstream media and these big major corporations can fool a lot of people. But YouTubers, I mean, these are just regular people sitting in their vehicle talking to their phone. You cannot believe everything they say. Question everything, especially me. Go ahead. But on a side note about when you're questioning everything, I personally don't care if you believe me. I don't. So keep that in mind. But YouTubers, they're just normal people. But so are the mainstream media. These are just people doing their job. But I mean, on the hierarchy, if you look on a tiered scale of where the general I guess the general population sees their information or what's most important on information scale. The mainstream media for the general population is going to be up here, and YouTube is going to be down here, probably just above Facebook. Probably. But yeah, you can't take something from YouTube that somebody said as 100% fact ever. Period. You can't do it. Because if you do that, then you are potentially going to harm yourself. For example, if somebody is telling you how to can chicken and they give you the wrong instructions and you follow them to the letter, but they do something they shouldn't have, do something wrong, but you do it because you believe this person. SHTF happens. You're sitting there. You pop open that canned chicken that you watch that YouTuber can. You did it the same way. It's going to be good. We're having chicken today. And you cook that chicken up and you eat it. Suddenly you got salmonella. And you're, puking in the bathroom. Dehydrated chronically. Until, without medical care, you just aren't on this planet anymore. One example. I don't either. I don't trust people in general. I never have. I was a very distrustful child, even. I didn't trust people as a kid. So, yeah. People, I mean, it is really true. They've done experiments, they've proven it. The larger the crowd of people, the lower the general average IQ of the crowd. So if you take the IQ of any number of people and you average it, it drops drastically the more people you add to the pile. So that is generally looked at from experiments on social gatherings, sports games, protest riots, whatever you want. Social gatherings. Yes, a riot is a social gathering. It really is. People are getting together for a common goal to do whatever they're doing. That's a social gathering, no matter how you look at it. My question is the effect the same on populated areas where people actually live, such as cities versus rural areas? The general thought in the population is, the smaller the town, the dumber the people. But my theory is opposite of that. The larger the city, the dumber the people. That's my theory. A strange cat just ran past me. I have no clue whose cat it is. I don't recognize it. And you're lucky I don't eat Chinese food. I do trust people. I trust certain people. People in general. The general population of people I don't trust. But I do trust certain people. Gremlins! Yes, gremlins. Are there gremlins? I know there's a gremlin around there somewhere. No, it was a cat. It was white and black, and it ran from over that way, and then it ran around the back of the vehicle, and then ran that way, straight in front of it, just like right under the door, like I wasn't sitting here. And then it circled around over there and went back that way. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's chasing a fly. There are plenty of them. Yeah, I am seriously sitting out here sweating. I have to go set up a chair and bug spray by that tree and record there. Maybe I'll walk over the woods over there, see if there's a nice spot to sit in the woods for making live streams. I think I got a good enough signal. Yes, I am planning on doing a walk video. I'm considering where, though, because I'm not really sure I want to go to the nature park. I don't want to go to the nature park because people have said they are going to meet me there. And yeah, I just walking through the woods one day, end up in a gunfight. Just doesn't sound fun. So yeah, I am going to walk though. Problem I've had is I want to go camping. I want to go fishing. I have a fishing kayak sitting right there, and it's driving me nuts every time I walk past it. I want to be on the lake. Eventually, I'm going to just do it and slap the thing on top of this vehicle and tie it up there and duct tape it down or whatever and make it go to the lake. That's just how that's going to have to work because I just don't see any other way to make it happen. I'm just not interested in doing it when the humidity is at 100% and it's, I don't know, 1,000,000 degrees out here. It's hot. It's probably because of this hat. 100% of people will lie if needed or wanted. That is true. That is true. If anybody's ever said they haven't told a lie, they just lied to you. Yeah, they just did. You have homeless people setting up camp by your lake in your small town. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not very far from air conditioning. I just came out here to live stream because of distractions inside the building. Lots of them. Yeah, the U-joint in my Durango is gone, and I believe the tire is going to fall off there if I keep driving it. The guy wants to charge me $300 to replace it. I'm not sure if it's worth the $300 to replace it, honestly, because there's so many other things wrong with it. I made a hard left turn the last time I drove it, and the power steering fluid was all over my engine. It was spraying out on my windshield. The pump just blew, I guess. Let's see, what else? It's leaking oil. The dipstick for the oil, somebody broke it off last time I had it serviced. Then it's shoved way down in there, and I can't get it out to check the oil, so I just keep dumping oil into it because I know it's leaking anyway. The firewall, or the heat shield. The heat shield that blocks heat from getting to the engine to the interior of your vehicle is gone. So driving it in the summer is like driving through hell. Yeah, because the heat just comes out of that engine, and your feet get to about 200 degrees. I'm curious to start it, run it, and let it sit there and just see how hot it gets down there. But yeah, I could just go on a list and list of long. So I'm just not really sure it's worth putting any money to fix this stupid thing. But the government's going to give me free money next month, or this is it this? Yeah, it's July. So July 15th, the government's supposed to start passing out free checks. It's $300 per kid per month to a grand total of $1,800 per kid over the next 6 months. So yeah, that sounds like a new car for me. Well, not new, but new to me. Homeless people setting up camps by lakes. You know, it's not a bad idea for them. Honestly, I don't understand why so many homeless people hang out next to overpasses and off ramps of interstate highways. I don't understand that whatsoever. I don't know. I could see what's happening while they're there. They're actually making quite a bit of money. But yeah, a zero down lease. I don't have good credit. Nobody will lease me anything. Thank you, Jennifer, for being here. And yeah, we are over an hour, so I'm going to also call it. Thank all of you for being here. All of you who are still here and supporting me, I really do appreciate it. Patreon, I'm going to get back to making videos over there also. I'm trying to set up a certain place today. I'm trying to have it done today where I can start doing normal recordings and live streams from my broken squeaky chair. My last couple of videos have... well, how do I say it? My last video in particular, let's just put that one up there. I did that on purpose. It was clickbait. I knew it was going to get a lot of views. I threw non-skippable ads up there. I had quite a few comments of people calling me an asshole, and they were unsubscribing. Lost about 40 subscribers or something like that because of that clickbait video, and I'm not sorry for it. I still think it's funny. Gotcha. All right, you guys have a really good day. Have a blessed rest of your week. I will be doing more videos, and yeah, Patreon, I'm going to try to throw up videos over there. I did promise Patreon a video of information they are looking for. That information, I actually just said it during my last Bible reading video. It's somewhere at the end if you want it. I'm not giving out any more information than that. It just is not needed nor wanted, and I'm done with that. So there you have it. So again, thank you guys for being here. God bless. Shalom. And yeah, see you next time.